Hey guys, we're live. Thank you. I gotta tell you guys in here, I'm live and look what I found, Sheila.
You are watching Melody Lane. With me, you're gonna have a great crafting time.
Okay, thank you for joining me. I'm gonna start over because I was talking my last one and you guys couldn't see me. I have to remember when I restart my computer, I restarted so I would have good reception this time. I have to go into my internet because it does not hook up automatically with my router. So I'm really sorry. I will learn that for this time. Hi, Linda Ladybug. Hi, Joanne, Melissa, Bobby, thank you so much. Penny, thank you. I'm sorry I don't have popcorn to offer you guys. I wish I could throw some popcorn at you so you'd have something to snack on while you were waiting for me. Okay, your chat is live in video. It will stay there in video. So if there's something you don't want other people to see your writing, don't write it. Someone tell Donna to refresh her screen. So thanks for joining, and I'm really sorry about the little hookup this morning. We're 15 minutes late. Thank you, Bobby, for saying it's worth the wait. Okay. Now I lost my train of thought. Oh, I want to say thank you for everyone who's coming, and we do this every Saturday. I've done it for the last 3 Saturdays. It's normally at 11 o'clock Eastern Time, 10 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Mountain, no, 9 o'clock Mountain, 8 o'clock Pacific. Okay? And it's usually Design Space tutorial. So I show you Design Space and we chat, I answer questions live, and today we're doing the iPad app. The iPad app you can, and you're going to see much more than this screen. What did I click? Much more than what you see here in the low corner. Don't worry. You're not going to see my face in a minute. What was I saying? Oh, you can use this. This is the iOS. You can use it on iPad, iPhone, and iPod. So I know not everyone has an iPhone and not everyone has an iPad, but you can use this on an iPod, which is much cheaper than any of those. So if you don't have that, if you don't have an iPhone or iPad, you can use an iPod, just to let you know. Yeah, and if you have questions, please put them in caps. Thank you, Bobby, for reminding everybody. What else? I think that's it. Should we get started? There was an update in Cricut Design Space app recently. I know I updated my iPhone a few days ago, and this morning I just updated my iPad. First thing I want to show you, and I'm not going to be looking at the chat as much while I'm doing this part, but I will stop and take questions and read questions, and there is a little bit of delay, so you can put your question in ahead of time, and I'll try to scroll back and find your question, because I do want to answer questions and show you everything we can show you. Okay? All right, let's get started. Let me show my iPad. Let's get rid of my face. And turn on my iPad. So, yes, Joanne, you can use an iPod to hook up with your Cricut. You did hear that correctly. Congrats, Mary Ann, on getting your mini iPod, or iPad, your iPad mini 4. I didn't even know there were 4. Okay. I have the chat a little smaller today so we can see up here. So what I'm going to be doing is what you see over there is the actual iPad. You will not see any hand gestures or anything else. Here, you will see the hand gestures. The reason I did this is because if I just showed the screen of the iPad, you can't see how to do it. Like, there's ways to do things and you can't see. So you're going to see more clearly over there. And then I'll do the hand gestures and it should be all set at the same time. Yes, there is an app for Android. This is not the Android app. The Android app is still in beta and it doesn't have all of these yet. There are different people working on the iOS and the Android, and that one was started later, but they're working on it and hopefully it will be up to date soon. Yeah, you can use your and if you guys didn't know, you can use your iPhone if it's older, like, and what I mean by that is if you don't use it anymore. If you used to have an iPhone, but now you switched over to Android, you can still use your iPhone. You can use your iPhone as Wi-Fi. I still have my old phones and I can still use them through Wi-Fi. I don't have to have a phone line hooked up to them. Does that make sense? Like, you can still use it as long as you can use Wi-Fi, or you can use it without Wi-Fi. You don't have to have internet access to use your iPad. You do to download the files and download the images, but then after that, you can, like, if you're going to go camping, download all your files first, and I'll show you how to do that. Linda, you can stay and chat and watch and learn something. You're not going to get kicked out for having Android. I still have an Android phone, an older one, and I can still use it on Wi-Fi. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Donna. Thanks for joining. We got a late start today. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to pair your app, pair your iPad with the machine. So you're going to go to settings. Here are my settings. And I'm going to click on Bluetooth. And it's looking for devices. So this is the one I want to pair it with, the one at the bottom. I'm also going to try to explain where I'm pointing and stuff. Get rid of the notifications. So you can see on the big screen where I'm pointing. So it says other devices, so I'm going to click on that and try to pair it. And so it comes up with a Cricut Air 2 pin. The pin is 0, 0, 0, 0. It is 0, 0, 0 for everybody. Mary Ann, I see your question. Is there a beta version for the iPad? I couldn't find it. Go into the App Store and search Design Space or search Cricut. You should be able to find it. It's not beta. Oh, it took too long. Make sure your machine is on. And now it's not finding it. So I'm going to turn it off. Turning my machine off. Turning it back on. Okay, I'm going to go out of settings and go back in. Click on Bluetooth. There it is. Okay, 0, 0, 0, 0. Done. Now it's connected. The reason it didn't connect before is because I was talking and I didn't click the done button. So now it's connected. So now we can cut from here. Now let's go to the Cricut app. And the app can be used this way also. Wait. It doesn't know it's switching this way. There it goes. So you can use it this way or this way. I gotta let it know it's switching. Okay, let's start off with projects. So projects now are up here. It says home, canvas, or it will say mat once we have something on the mat. So we're gonna click home. And I had this set to my projects because I was looking at them earlier, but I can do all categories. You can now search in the categories. Hi, Lori. So you can search, let's search birthday. It's actually my son's 26th birthday today. I was in the hospital 26 years ago. Okay, so now it brings up all the birthday projects. These are the Make It Now projects. You can click on my projects in the cloud, or you can do my projects on this iPad. So let's see what I have on the iPad. So I have 3 projects that I have saved on the iPad. This one here is when I was setting up my craft room. I put everything in Design Space and the measurements of the furniture and was trying to figure that out. You can click free for the Cricut Explore Air 2. So there's lots of categories. You can just do ones that are free in Cricut Access. So if you have Cricut Access, and have you guys seen these new ones? Look at how cute these are. This is a new cartridge, Edge to Edge 2. It's free in Access. So if you've never been to the Make It Now projects, it tells you what you need and how to do it. Are there any questions so far on this? Okay, so I'm going to go to the canvas while you guys may be typing questions. There's a car in the golf cart path in the villages. Okay. If you have questions, just post them. So here at the very bottom, let me move this over so you can see that better. You click image. It says image plus, and then you can search all the images. One thing you can do, look over in the top corner of your screen. You can, if you want to see more, you can squeeze your fingers like that to see them smaller, and then you can scroll through much faster. And see how quick this is? This is all on the same internet that we're live streaming. So I'm live streaming and doing this at the same time. Now if I want them smaller, I just move my fingers out like that. You cannot search in your projects. Hopefully that will come soon. Yes, this video will go in a playlist. It might go in 2 playlists, one for iPad and then one for my Saturday morning tutorials. And there's a filter over here once you're in my projects. So you can choose the ones in the cloud or on this iPad. That means you can download images to your iPad. Or just the ones you own, my images, uploaded images. So if you just want to see what you've uploaded to your account, you can click there, or you can see what's free. Let's just click free. Let's see what happens. There's 150 free images right now. So right now, all of these are free. That's pretty cool. Lots of free images. Look, Joan, this one's for you. You rock. Okay, do you guys want to see how to download them? What you can do, here, let's make them smaller. To download as many as possible as you want to your iPad, you click Select Visible. So if you wanted to just download a lot, click Select Visible. So now as you can see, they're all highlighted with green. So you can download all of those. And now where it said select, it now says download selected. So I'm clicking download selected. And there's a lot right there, so it takes a few minutes. Now it's done. That was pretty quick considering I'm live streaming. So now all of these images are in my iPad. They're not in my iPhone. If I was going to use my iPhone, I would have to go to my iPhone and also do that. There is no app for DS3. This is the only app. This is different than DS3. DS3 is only for computer. This was just updated and it will continue to be updated. Okay, so I'm going to click over here to the filters. Now I'm going to go to on this iPad. So now all of the ones I just downloaded are on this iPad, along with a few others that I've downloaded in the past. Did you see how easy that was? Let me see. Now you guys can ask questions. Just seeing. I can click and show me all of the ones I've purchased. Oh, but these are just on my iPad. Okay, let's go back to the cloud. Now let's go to the ones I purchased. So what it was showing me was only the ones on my iPad that I purchased. You'll see a little check mark up here in the top right, and it'll say in the cloud or iPad, so you know what you're searching for here. So I'm going to uncheck that one and just go to all the ones I've purchased in the cloud. I think there's a lot more than that. But I'm going to exit out of that. So let's bring some images in. These are the ones I brought in for the thumbnail. So when I select those, it comes up here. I can download the selected. It shows them down here at the bottom that they're selected, and then I can click the little circle that says insert. So they all come in here. You can just use your finger to move them around. You can touch this to make them bigger or smaller. Now, if you want to zoom out or zoom in, you spread your fingers apart. See my fingers in the top right of the screen? I'm zooming out. And now, I zoomed out too far. I can't see them, so I want to move around to find them on the mat. I want to move around the mat. So I'm using 2 fingers. Look how big this is. I really zoomed out a lot. Okay, let's zoom back in smaller. You just pinch your fingers. Somebody asked, they missed how I made them smaller. You just zoom and your fingers just like this. So on the finding images or on the mat, you can go smaller or bigger just by spreading 2 fingers. They don't have to be the same fingers. You can use any fingers. And then to move around the mat, you need 2 fingers on the mat. It can be from different hands, same hand. What else? Oh, I was going to show you something that this has that Design Space doesn't have. Do you see that orange line right above the flower? That means it's showing me the top of the flower and the bottom of the butterfly are even. This is something Design Space on the computer does not have, but I really like. It kind of aligns them. See, it has an orange line there. It has the orange lines there. Shows me that it's kind of in the middle. Now it shows me the flower and the butterfly are even with that orange line. And it does it with this too. So the bird is even with the butterfly and at the bottom even with the flower. Does that make sense? Now to do things, right now I was showing you what you can do on the mat. You can click the actions button. That's where all the buttons come up. So you can, like this one is selected. Let's move these out of the way. The butterfly is selected and I can ungroup it. So you just hit the button at the bottom that says ungroup. And then I can pull the pieces apart. I can undo. Undo is down here at the very bottom of the screen. Undo and redo. So I'm going to undo that, put those back. Is it still? No, it's not grouped. There, now it's grouped. In the actions button, you'll see that right now none of these buttons are green. I click actions, the actions button is green. And that shows you that these are all up. Now if I want to open the layers panel, I click the layers panel and that turns green to let me know the layers panel is over here. The layers panel over here works just like the layers panel on the computer. I can click this, I can change the color. Oh, let's do something different. I can change it to write, cut, or score or print. Oh, I thought I was on the flower. I was on the beak of the bird. I thought I was over here. Okay, let's go here. I was wondering why it wasn't changing. There, let's do that one. And then once you have that set, you just can click the arrow again and it goes away. So you click the little arrows over here to the right to open any of them up. And then click the arrow again to close them up. You can hide them also here in the layers panel. Let's go to the flower. And I can click the little eye at the bottom of the layers panel to hide that. And then click it to bring it back. No, when you're going to your iPad store, don't search for Design Space 2, just search for Design Space. The app is free. It always will be free. And I think you're asking about this, how I made them small and big. It's the same way as you do on the grid. To make them smaller, you squeeze your fingers together. To make them bigger, you squeeze them out. And then to close the images, if you're not selecting anything, just click this little close at the bottom down here. How do you change the color? Like the color, let's say we want to change the color of the bird. We have to open up the layers panel. Select the piece we want to change the color. We click the little arrow. There's a little arrow right here. And then we can, okay, I have something else selected. I have the background, the line of him selected. Okay, let me click on the blue. Oh, we got a new subscriber. If you guys subscribe to my channel, it'll show on the screen. And I also want to say tomorrow I'm going to be live with a comment kindness campaign. It's going to be me and there's going to be like 40 other people doing a comment kindness campaign where we're posting videos on our channels and on social media and everywhere about hashtag comment kindness. And we're going to be talking about our 5 favorite comments that have helped us and stuff. So I'm going to do that live tomorrow, I think about 12:15 Eastern time. Okay, back to this iPad. Did I click on the wrong? Oh, no, that's it. So to change the color, I can pull this down here. Do you see? Oh, you can see where my finger's going by the little circle. I can move it anywhere I want. If I want it black, whoops, or white, I would go up there. It's not totally white. There. I can move this lever, not that. Okay, I'm not trying to click that. Okay, this circle down here, I can change the color of my big square, so I can change the color that way. Does that make sense? So we can change it any way we want. And then when we're happy with it, we can do that. You can also duplicate right here in the layers panel. So at the bottom of the layers panel, you'll see like 2 cards. They look like playing cards to me. You can click that and duplicate it. You have the same duplicate button in the actions. So you have another place to do it. Down here in the actions, you can also click duplicate. So I duplicated it again. Okay. Thank you guys in the chat for helping answer questions. And if I want to delete something, I have this selected. And then over in the layers panel, there's a little garbage can and I can click that and delete that. I can also click this and the actions are open. I can click flatten. That changes it to print. What's this on? I want to select this. Okay, I'm just going to show this as an example. Okay. Let me show you how to select 2 items. So nothing on my screen is selected. I'm going to select something. So I selected the little pink part of the wings, and now I want to select the butterfly. So I'm going to hold down the butterfly, and now they're both selected. Well, not the whole butterfly, but the piece I selected. So that's how you select 2 items at once. I can arrange those by clicking edit, or align those. That's what I wanted to do. I can align them center. I can undo. I can align them so they're both on the right equal. Align middle. Align bottom. Align left. Align center. So the align is in the edit tab. Okay, let's go back to actions. Now let's show you contour. So I have this and I want to click hide contour. So here this brings up hide contour and I can choose what cuts I don't want. I can choose the outside cut. So then it will only show the little circles, but I don't want to do that. So I hit it again. I can just hide some of these circles and it says pinch to zoom. So if you have a really delicate or intricate cut, you can zoom in so you can see it better. So that's how you use the hide contour. Okay. Let's see, edit. Let's look in the edit. So the edit, you can just do the size here. You can change the size here if you want it a certain size. If I just want it 5 inches. Now the lock on it is locked, so it keeps its proportion. If you don't want it to keep its proportion, you can click the lock there or the lock at the bottom. Oh, I clicked insert text. The lock at the bottom of the screen. I keep clicking text. And change that to anything you want. So I just made it taller. You can rotate it 5 degrees. Let's do 50 degrees. You can change it horizontal, vertical. You can change the position on the mat and you can arrange it if you want it to the front and back. And it also changes it here. Whatever you see in the layers panel is the order that it's in. So this is on top and I move it to the back, it moves down to the bottom of the layers panel. You cannot use Cricut Design Space with the Cricut expression. So does anyone have any questions on anything we've done so far? I'm going to go on to the sync. The sync, this is just like on the computer. You can bring these colors up to match other things, so you have less colors. You can just pull this, the 3 little dots down to bring them up in color. Okay, so we've covered actions, edit, sync, layers, and undo and redo. We can do text. Let me clear my iPad. I'm just gonna click the home button and click on the blue square, and I'm gonna replace this. Much easier than just deleting everything. So let's add text. So with text on Design Space, you normally have to type first. With the iPad app, you pick your text first. And you can change this because this lock is locked. If you lock it, you cannot change it taller or wider. You can choose Cricut fonts, system fonts. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Or all the fonts. You can filter right here. So you can do the ones in the cloud, the ones saved to the iPad, all ownership or my fonts, Cricut Access fonts, any type, single layer multi-layer, or has a writing style. So that's really good if you're looking for, say, a writing style font. Or ones with multi-layers. I know a lot of people like to use 2 layers with their fonts, so they're like offset. So that is this little filter thing there. I think it looks kind of like a tornado, but it's supposed to be a filter. You can also search. So these are all the fonts that have EMI in them. I was looking for this one. Let's get rid of that one. So that's how to search different fonts, find the different fonts. Any questions? Okay. And then the basic shapes are down here at the bottom. You just click on shapes right here and you'll get the score line and the separate shapes. And you use those just like anything else. And I'm gonna be making something in a minute. But there's also camera. You have to allow your camera. It's black because look at all those fingerprints on this. So I'm gonna be, let me show you this. This is a card I made from, what's it called? Anna Griffin's pop-up cards. So I did this live in my Facebook group, Cricut Design Space, from start to finish, completely live, and this is done with the new Cricut paper. And I decided I made this part for the front because it was blue. It matches the flowers here blue. But then after I cut it, I'm like, oh, I had these different ideas. I didn't like it, so I didn't do that. So for my Tuesday video, that video on Facebook will be edited down. And then I put this here, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need that to be a pond. Wouldn't that be pretty to be like a pond right here? So I want to make a shape here and cut it in a pond. And I'm going to use SnapMat, I think, so we can try to do that so I can show you guys how to do it. But this camera angle is for that. So I'm going to turn off the camera for a minute. Why is... Oh, because of the camera. Okay, what you guys were just seeing on the screen, I just looked at my computer. It was all like fuzzy kind of. That's not what I saw on mine. I think that was just the software showing the two things. So that's not what the camera looks like. The camera is very clear. I don't know why that was just doing that. Okay, so I want to make a pond. Let me move this so you can see it. Yeah, I don't know what that was. That was just it didn't look like that as me looking at this. It did not look like that. Okay, we're going to get rid of this. Okay, go away. Exit. Okay, so I'm going to work with a circle and make a pond. We're going to, oh, it's unlocked. So I'm going to, I don't want it just like an oval shape. I want it to look more natural. So I'm going to duplicate it. So I'm going to click Actions and Duplicate. So I have 2 of them. Not sure. Maybe something like that. Maybe rotated. Maybe rotated the other way. I don't want it to look like a heart. Okay, let's change the colors so we can tell what we're doing. We're making a pond. We want blue water. Okay, and I'm going to sync it just so we have the same color. We're going to drag this one down. So I drug this top one down to the bottom one, so they're both the same color. Okay. Now I want to select them both. I can select one and then hold and press the other one to select them both. Or I can just I can just drag my fingers across both of them and they're both selected. So now I'm gonna weld. So now I wanna see how this is gonna look on my card. So I'm going to click the camera. Okay, now it's working okay with the camera. And I'm gonna hold this up like this. Let's make it smaller. I have no idea even what size this is. There. What do you guys think? Does that look like kind of like a pond or something? Oh, you guys can't see it very well. Sorry about that. See, on this, if you look over here, in the top right, it doesn't look like that. So I don't know what those effects are. See, it's clear, for real. Okay, let's turn the camera off. So that's something that the iPad app has that the computer does not have. Some people have asked, will a computer have that? No, it won't have that because the computer's camera is not like the mobile devices. Hi, Mamie. If you wanted to have them cut on the same mat, but have them cut separately, would you just ungroup? Okay, let's say, okay, I'm going to duplicate. So I'm going to click the duplicate button. And let's say we're going to, let's hit the layers panel. We're going to change the color of this one. Let's just say it's green for now. And we want them to cut on the same mat, but separate. So say you want to cut, you want to put one color of paper at the top of the mat and one at the bottom. Is that what you're asking? If that's what you're asking, click Make It. So I'm going to click down here and click Make It. So it shows them on different mats because they're different colors. So I'm going to go back to the canvas by clicking Cheryl Keller. Thank you for subscribing. I'm going to click the canvas to go back. Now I'm going to, let's click, click Sync and change them to the same color. So if I want to put them, it says my mat preview was in use because I just did it. I can move this one to the lower part of my mat. So if I wanted to use some scraps, I can do that. And then I could put green down here if that's what I wanted, the bottom, and blue at the top. Does that make sense? You guys are all just chatting, which is good. You can keep chatting. And if you're using iron-on, you can mirror for iron-on right over here. Okay, now do we want to cut this out? Do we want to do SnapMat? Yeah, Maymay, Joan just made that up today. That you're all Melodyettes. Okay, I'm going to put this paper that I want to cut on the mat. And so that's on the mat. See in the corner? I just stuck it on the mat. But I only want to cut one. Let's go back to Canvas. So I'm going to click up in the upper right corner, Canvas, and we're going to delete one. Oh, and I need to size this. I really have no idea what size this is. So let's click on that. And down here at the bottom of the screen, oh, you know what? Let me turn this off. You guys can't see. Down here at the bottom of the screen, it has the width and height. So this is 7.7 inches wide. That is really hard to see. Let me show you the settings. Over here at the bottom right are the settings. And you can turn your grid on and off and turn those smart guides on and off too. Okay, let's change this. We probably want this. The card is 7 inches wide. So let's make this 5.75. And then it's 2.3 tall. Let's make it a little taller. So I'm going to click the height. And let's do 3.25. Okay. I think that'll be okay. You think? I don't know. It looks small on the screen, but you know, it just depends. So let's click the bottom button at the right. It says make it. Putting the paper on here. Mat preview and use. Replace. Okay, Erica, I'll go back to your question in a minute. Okay, we have make it. I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. Oh, wait. I was going to show you SnapMat. I knew I was forgetting something. See? I got distracted. Okay, let's click on SnapMat. It's at the very bottom here. So now we have to line up this over the mat. I'm going to throw my mat on the floor. And then you position it till it turns green for a second. You have to hold it still. I'm just shaky. And you can see the little circles on the side to tell you that it's shaky. We got one locked. There we go. I'm going to retake that because it's not straight. This is like one of those games. There we go. Okay. Now I'll put it in the machine. Now I can't get it off the floor. So now I can move my image to be right over the paper. Oh, I have to click use. So now I can move my image. Tap on it first and drag it to cut over the paper. So now it's going to cut right there. Oh, I have to click continue. Yes, putting your iPad on the table and having it hang over the side is a good idea. Because then you're not shaking, you're not holding it, and it's even. Okay, now I see in the top corner, it cut this exactly where I asked it to cut. See how easy that was? Now it tells me my cut is complete. And let's do unsnap. Because we're done with this. Continue. Let's put this back this way. There we go. And so now, let me make, well, it's still gonna be, so now here's my card with the little pond. And you'll see this finished card in my video on Tuesday. I'm gonna edit it down and I'm gonna be adding this and I'm gonna be adding a little something to the front. And this paper is gorgeous. I love this paper. Here's the back of that one. Isn't that cute? Okay, back to the iPad video. Yes, you can use your iPhone or iPod to do everything. It's the exact same thing. Let's go back to the home for now. I'm going to go scroll through. Do you guys have any more questions? Erica, I'm not sure I understand your question. With having images touching, but I want to cut where the original lines are, like triangles inside of triangles, but overlapping. Let me go. Okay, I kind of want to save this. So I'm going to click up here on the little file and save. And I'm going to call it Pond. Save to the iCloud so I can also get it on my computer. Okay, so now I don't know how to get new, how to start new. I use the computer much more than I use this. I have done a stamp this way. You can I've uploaded the stamps and it's hard to explain. I've uploaded the stamp to the computer and saved that as the outline of the stamp. And do I have that in my projects? Home, Cricut Access. No, I didn't have it here. My projects in the cloud. I have this with one of the fairy stamps that I got. I'm not going to be able to find it now. There's too many. So you can upload the stamp. There's a whole video on that, but not in the iPad. It's on the computer. SnapMat is located in the app when you're at the, let me add a shape. Okay, then we're gonna click Make It. So once we have something on our screen, SnapMat is right down here. See, right here, right there, the very bottom. You don't see it until you're on this screen. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to Erica's question. Okay, go back to Canvas. Okay, she was talking about like having triangles inside of triangles. Like, let's go to the layers to change the color. Okay, so like, do you see those orange lines? It like helps you know exactly where it's in the middle. Do you mean something like this or something like this? Select them both and you can attach them. Click Actions and attach. So they will cut out like that, or detach and slice. They'll be sliced out. You can do the same thing. Let's get these out of the way. Put that there, select them both, click Actions, and slice. So then we got that. I'm not sure really what you're asking. Okay, so let me go back and answer some questions I might have missed. I think I answered your question on how to get SnapMat. You have to be on the mat screen. Thank you, May May and Jamie, for helping out with the questions. Hi, Lynn. Now, is there anything I haven't showed you about the iPad app? Is there any questions? Up here, you click the little person, and this is where you sign in, where you can set up your machine. So you can set up your Cricut machine without a computer. You can just use the iPad app. Whoops. You can get help and feedback, manage custom materials, and print and cut calibration. Thank you, May May. May May, you do amazing videos also. I'm thinking that might be it. Is there anything? you missed? It's been about an hour already. That went by really quick. I was thinking maybe that was only a half an hour. But you guys have been hanging in there for the long haul. Thank you. No, you can't upload SVGs. Somebody did find a trick on doing that. And I went and watched her video yesterday because I did it before and I think it worked. And I watched her video yesterday, tried it again, and it didn't work. I think they changed it. It no longer works where you can upload in SVG to Cricut Design Space. You have to use a computer. If you don't have a computer, I imagine you have a friend with a computer and they can upload images for you. If you give them your Design Space login password, you know, someone you trust, maybe a family member or your mom's house or your daughter's house or, you know, anything like that, you can go there, go into Design Space and sign into your account. It has to be your account. If they have Design Space, don't do it on their account. Do it on your own account, upload the pictures and save them, and then you can use them on the iPad. Ooh, thunderstorms in Central Florida. The sky is getting darker. We've had thunderstorms every day. The same with linking cartridges. You can't link cartridges through the iPad app. You have to do that from a computer. So it's the same thing. So Marianne, if you're using one of the mobile apps of the iOS, it's not in Android. The SnapMat is not in Android, but you have the iPad Mini 4. So you have to have something on the mat. So I click mat, and it's maybe you need to update. Right here, look in the top corner of your screen where my hands are. Over here, over here. SnapMat is right here. You guys can't see that very well, can you? Can you see that? SnapMat's right here, the bottom of the screen. Good question, Laura. You could, on the computer, you can share files. You just copy the URL on a computer and then paste it somewhere else. Only a person on a computer can click that link. Otherwise, it tries to open up Design Space in the app, or not in the app, but in the browser, and it won't work. So you cannot use shared files on the iPad. If you also have a computer, you can click it from the computer and save it to your account and then use it on the iPad. And when you save your project on a computer, it is immediately on the iPad. I can go to the iPad and then find it right away. And you cannot share files from the iPad to a computer. Like if I wanted to share one of my files, if I wanted to share this, there's no way for me to share it. Let's open this back up. There's just nothing. You can't do that. Showing the feature of moving the images from mat to mat. Okay, I don't remember that feature. I don't think you can. You can go from mat to mat this way. You can change your mat size. SnapMat is not on the computer, and it will not be because the cameras on the computers are much different. Mary Ann, you may need to update your iPad app. Go to the App Store and search for Cricut Design Space and see if it says update or open. Okay, you guys, now teach me. I don't remember about moving the images from mat to mat. You can change your projects here. Whoops. If I want to, Joanne stores today. Hurry, ends today. Lots of must-use coupons. Oh, do I have to hit continue? Click on the image, 3 little dots on top. Is it here or back here? Cancel. Now I can't click on the image. There. Oh, I remember now. See, it's been a long time since I used this. Move to another mat. Thank you guys so much for reminding me of this. I remember it now. So I can take those from this mat and move them to this mat. Just that one image. I don't want that skipped. Now why did I skip that one? It skipped because it's in the way, I think. Okay. Now I can't select it. It won't let me select it. Now they're both skipped. Let's go back to the canvas. Okay, let's make it now. We're going to replace what was there and start over. Well, wait, let's just hold this. Click the 3 dots, move to another mat. We're going to move it to that mat. And then we have to move it over. See, I think it was skipped because I didn't move this when I should have. And it won't cut it when it's on top of each other. So there you go, a feature I forgot about. So then if I want to use them in different colors, I would move that down to the bottom and put one color down here at the bottom and another color on the top. Oh, so you have to gently move it when it was skipped. See now, oh, it's selected. See now, this one's not skipping. I don't know, you learn something every day, and I learn every time I do live videos with you guys. So thanks for reminding me of that feature. I think I did include that in one of my videos a long time ago. Okay. Were there any other questions? Did I miss anything? Dynamite's asking, do you have to have the computer next to the Cricut? No, it does not need to be if you have Bluetooth. Yeah, that's why this is yellow, because it's touching. And then you move it off and you're good. All right, are there any other questions or anything? Next week, we will be in Design Space 3, I think, at 11 a.m. I'm not sure what that video will be about yet. So if you would like to see, the sky's getting dark. If you would like to see a video on something specific, let me know in the comments below. If you like these Saturday morning, usually morning, videos, click like, subscribe, and click the bell. Okay, so I taught this before, says Joan. That's where she learned about it. If you guys don't use what I teach you, you don't remember. And that's me talking to myself. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you go. And Tuesday, I will be posting this video. It's not edited yet, and I still have to finish it. So I'm not sure when on Tuesday, but I will be showing the papers. If you want to see this video in full, I think it's 2 hours with and without mistakes. You can see that in my Facebook group, Cricut Design Space with Melody Lane. Oh, the beach party, I could not get good reception. It kept getting all fuzzy, and so it wasn't worth it. You guys don't want to watch a video that is completely fuzzy. Yeah, you guys have a happy and safe 4th of July. Please be safe. Don't drink and drive. If you're drunk, call an Uber. My son's an Uber driver. You just might get him if you're in the Chicago area. Thanks, guys.